Welcome everyone to SlamBall on the new TNN. I'm Pat Parnell, and as you can tell, I'm totally enclosed. This is a full contact game. I love this. It's inspired by basketball, but more of an aggressive amalgamation of action sports, football, hockey, lacrosse, even gymnastics. You know, I'm used to watching sports that rely on big air, amazing rotation combinations, and sheer imagination. In comparison to my partner, Reggie Theus, two-time NBA All-Star, over 19,000 points in the NBA. You know a thing or two about basketball.
Pat, basketball is played above the rim. You need a lot of poise, agility, and athleticism, but SlamBall is unlike anything I have ever seen. It's played way above the rim. It encompasses athletic ability from all sports, but it takes a toughness that is out of this world. SlamBall is played full court, 4-on-4 hockey-style contact rules in the open floor. 15-second shot clock, that keeps the pace of the game going. A slam dunk is worth 3 points. 16-minute games are played in 2 8-minute halves, but what I like most are the face-offs for all the fouls that are called.
In tonight's opener, the Mob and the Diablos look to start off the season with a win. Let's check out tonight's starting lineups. For the Diablos, the man who started it all, SlamBall creator Mason Gordon, lines up at the gunner position. Coach Mark Ellis is a former football coach and a master motivator.
Yeah, but the Mob is bringing the heat with the most explosive handler in the game, Sean Jackson, a.k.a. Inches, is a lot of fun to watch. LaMonica Garrett, also serious flyer from the wing. You'll see that Coach Curse has a lot of poise on the sideline. The 22-year-old wonder kid is younger than most of his players.
Each team starts a ball handler, 2 offensive gunners, and 1 primary defensive stopper.
Pat, these guys are really a new kind of athlete, mixing different sports, different skills that go beyond basketball.
Even cooler is the fusing of those skills with a push-the-envelope mentality. And the referee will slam the ball into play. One of the many slam aspects of this game. Remember, 4-on-4, 8-minute halves, and hockey-style contact allowed in the open floor. Remember that. Jackson gets the ball in the island.
You wonder why Jackson didn't shoot from the islands, because players are not allowed to shoot from the middle island.
And Garrett with the miss on that, a 15-second shot clock that keeps this game very frenetic.
Oh, nice stop.
Tolliver with the denial / body block.
And it's hard to believe that is not a foul.
Garrett again from the right side is blocked by Diablo stopper Ray Ross. The stopper position is almost like a goalie.
Well, if he's doing his job, every shot will be contested tonight, just like that.
Patterson handling it for the Diablos with the juke and the first dunk of the game. Garrett scores a layup for 2.
And remember, as soon as the ball goes through the net, you don't have to inbound it. It's just back up the court.
And Diablos with the miss. Garrett again from the right side. Yes, slams! And remember, slams and bombs from the outside are worth 3. Everything else is just 2.
Garrett was a linebacker before SlamBall, a non-basketball guy, but he's tailor-made for this game.
Patterson swings to Ross from the top of the tramp.
Oh, Ross sneaking up from the stopper's position in the backcourt, catches everybody on the Mob's defense napping.
Here comes Jackson.
Oh, now that's vertical. Somebody get this guy a parachute.
Oh, Diablo stopped at the rim again by Tolliver. Now Garrett with the ball.
Oh, they call him the machine. He's like Arnold because he keeps coming until you're dead.
Very appropriate. Anthony White leaps onto the floor and scores for the Diablos. Like hockey, player substitutions occurred during the gameplay. Very few clock stoppages in this game.
Yeah, and very few traveling calls also. Oh, look at Ross. He got floured on by Garrett. He's really out-timing the Diablos defense.
Ross the other way gets clipped going into the tramps, and that'll bring us to our first face-up. Kind of the main entree of this game. The defense cannot hit a player once he's left the ground going into the slam zone trampoline area.
But check this out. In a face-off, the guy who gets fouled gets a chance to go head-to-head against the guy who whacked him.
Oh, Ross with the 2-hand jackhammer cuts the lead to 2. Always in the face-off situation, the offensive team gets the ball back as well.
which is important because if they score here, that could be a 5 or 6 point possession. No lead is safe in slam ball.
Diablos, good ball movement over to White. He'll take a clean line. Yes, for the score. We've got a timeout. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Maestro Clark, with a special guest.
I'm standing up in the VIP with Mr. Pat Croce. You might know him from the Philadelphia 76ers. You might know him from starting successful sports medicine clinics all over the country. And you might just know him from being a wild and crazy guy. Pat, what attracts you to slam ball, man of your stature?
All the above. Wild and crazy. You kidding me? The action, the entertainment. I love the high flying. I love the contact. You look out there, you see Michael Jordan-esque moves from guys you never heard of before, and then they get slammed in the air. This is great. This is great stuff.
Thanks, Maestro. You gotta love Croce's energy. Right now, back to the action. Mob looking inside, passing into the island. Sean Jackson draws the foul right there.
See, that island area between the tramp, that acts like a modified low post passing area. You cannot shoot the ball from that area, but the defense can't make contact on the island.
Right now, we will see two handlers go to war. Oh, Sean Jackson, where he's most dangerous.
The physics, they don't make sense. 5'10" goes higher than a guy 6'8", 6'9". Listen, I've seen this guy with his head above the backboard.
I think they call that filthy finesse. The Mob gets the ball back, looking to capitalize. Pass into the island. Patterson with a nice steal. Gordon tries to slow down the pace. Pass over to White.
Oh, he gave him the lizard arms.
Oh, and Robbins loses it. Look at Gordon with a diving attempt for the loose ball. Robbins behind the back to Jackson. Tries to get it for three.
Bottom. Jackson showing us the whole package. He's perfect from the floor so far with 9 points.
Diablos trailing by 5 here. White drives, dumps the ball off to Gordon at the baseline. Jumper, cashes it for 2 points. Quick outlet by the Mob. Jackson's all alone.
Oh, he gave him the McNasty. The reverse corkscrew through the legs, 360 with the lean. Somebody stand up and give that man a standing ovation.
Mucho Caliente. Incho throws a McNasty for the first time in competition. We've seen it in practice, but throwing it in a game is on a whole new level.
Listen, I've seen some crazy stuff in my life, but that's the best dunk you'll ever see.
23-17, the Mob leading. David Jackson snacks a loose ball. White slashes it from the top.
White, 6'8", knows long on. A defender has to go out and attack that man. Oh, like that. That's a good stop. The Diablos coach Ellis, he teaches football techniques.
Robbins with 3 from the corner. Chris Robbins, former Clemson quarterback. Back the other way, Patterson spins in for 2. This game often resembling almost a live-action video game. Here comes Jackson.
Inches again, 15 points.
Sean Jackson is emerging as a star in this league. He just seems to have another gear he can get to.
Yeah, you know, he gets up and moves the ball around so much, defenses can't read the angle of attack. Then he's just playing cracks on him.
Diablos run a set less than 2 minutes to go in the half. Gordon drives. Denied. Tolliver doing the job with 3 blocks here early. Mob looking to push the lead. Tolliver to Robbins from the left side. Oh, booty call.
I can hear that ass flapping from here. These two football guys are going at each other.
And Ross the other way draws the foul from Inches. Sean Jackson.
Ross, a power player. Inches, a smaller finesse player.
A definite key face-off here with the Diablos down 10. Here comes Ross. In with Jackson, the Jedi jab step, fakes out Jackson. Ball does not go in, but it does count because Jackson drifted forward. You are not allowed to do that in the face-off position. Jackson, that is his second foul, 3, and he's out of the game.
Diablos can cut the lead to 4 right here.
Gordon with the ball, drives to the left side. Oh, Reggie misses the jam.
Oh, the creator of the game got hung. He should have made the game with their basket a little bit shorter. That was a self-check.
Sundquist, the former Washington State wide receiver, over to Robbins.
Robbins with the ugly jump shot. That was a knuckleball, no rotation at all.
Clock winding down in the half. Ross, blocked by Garrett at the buzzer.
Goaltending is legal on any shot from the Tramps.
So the Mob lead by 7 at the half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with a closer look at how this whole mess got started. We're back here at SlamBall with the Mob up by 7 on the Diablos at halftime. Right now, let's check in on the teams down in the locker rooms preparing for the second half.
This thing is far from over, okay? That's a very good team, and more importantly, that's a very competitive team.
Not getting back? Now I want to see what you guys are made of here. You're jogging up and down the court, run up and down, and start playing.
Coach Mark Ellis is showing a little bit of his intense football background. In this short season, every game is magnified. SlamBall has 6 teams which will compete for 8 regular season games to establish a playoff seeding. Then it's single elimination until one team is standing for the first ever SlamBall champion. Let's take a quick look at how one guy's dream became a reality.
SlamBall started with this guy. Basketball junkie Mason Gordon set out to create a sport that was as exciting as a video game, mixing an old-school team sports approach with the daredevil mentality found in skateboarding and motocross athletes. Gordon recruited 5 players on the courts of LA and Chicago. The startup was hard, but they got better. A lot better.
That's baseball!
From the half court to the full, with 4 Tramps on each end, the game started to take shape, and top athletes from different sports jumped aboard. Additional rules were developed, and the game was taken to new heights.
We've had that kind of competitive environment where this guy wanted to top this guy who wanted to top this guy.
A 6-team league was formed in LA. Tryouts were held, attracting hundreds of players and coaches from across the U.S.
Welcome to the first USU draft.
The best of the best players were drafted onto 6 teams. These teams played a grueling preseason schedule to work with their coaches and learn the game. Now, SlamBall stands ready to debut in front of a national audience. The skills have been developed. The fear has been checked at the door. These guys are the first professional SlamBall players, the pioneers of a new sport. But like any athlete, when they step on the court, it's all about winning. Right now, the Diablos and the Mob warming up for the second half, but the first half, it was the Sean Jackson show. Perfect from the floor for 15 points. Here's a little more on the man they call Inches.
Playing street ball has like been my life. But man, playing this SlamBall, I mean, man, I play like a 7'3" player, you know what I'm saying?
Long known on the playground as Inches because he stands only 5'10", Sean Jackson still manages to be a dynamic force in this game.
Man, I give my heart, I give my body and soul into it.
Inches appeared in various movies and television commercials, including the famous Nike Freestyle.
Man, you can put a brick wall right up in front of the rim. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna find a way to get around to that rim. I'm coming for you.
Jackson's fearlessness and imagination have made him an early fan favorite, the Allen Iverson of SlamBall.
I never give up until that buzzer goes 0-0. I got a future with SlamBall.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half. The Mob leading the Diablos by 7, and as expected, Sean Jackson just leading the charge.
Sean Jackson leading the way with 15 points. He's got 2 fouls. That could be a big factor in the second half. One more foul, and he's disqualified from the game.
Well, Jackson is regarded as the premier handler in this league.
Pat, he puts so much pressure on the top tramp, it frees up the Mob's gunners.
And right now, with the bounce-off, we are underway with the second half. And Chris Robbins, great hustle, gets the loose ball at the Diablos baseline.
Oh, that's a weak pass.
And here comes Patterson. All the way through, slams it for three.
And you see how he moves the ball to the right to juke the defender and then brings it right back left.
But Gordon with the steal, yet again blocked by Tolliver at the rim. Gordon tonight really having a problem getting to the rack. And right now, Robbins with the ball. Gordon, huge hit in the corner.
Gordon frustrated. You know you can't hit a player until he puts the ball on the floor. You made the rule up. Come on.
Well, we've got our first face-off here in the second half, and it's mano-a-mano. Robbins, the ex-quarterback, is shorter than Gordon, but this kid is jacked.
Oh, Patty's not jacked enough. Gordon with the big stop. We've seen how hard Robbins goes to the rim, but right there, Gordon timed that perfectly. Mason Gordon actually trained all these guys. Now, all of them want to be the guy to take his head off.
Right now, the Mob setting their offense. Jackson in the island. And the pass deflected. The Diablos pushing it up the floor, and right there.
That's popcorn, definitely.
Sean Jackson called for the illegal popcorn. The popcorn effect referring to the defense double bouncing the tramp bed and sabotaging the offensive player.
And that's a costly penalty. Sean Jackson just fouled out of the game. He's going to defend on the faceoff. Afterwards, he's gone.
David Jackson comes in. Uncontested on that to bring the Diablos within one, and the Mob in trouble now as their leader on the floor has now fouled out of the game with 15 points.
Where are the Mob going to turn to? Because Inches, their unstoppable weapon, he's the engine of this team. I guess you could say he stirs their martini.
Robbins with the hard check. Diablos moving the ball well. David Jackson pump fake floats in for two, and the Diablos take the lead.
That was a 5-point possession.
But the Mob right back. Robbins. Diablos now with possession, down by only 2, looking for that interior pass. Back into Jackson on the inside, out to Ross, and in comes Ross.
Oh, back of the rim. Good challenge by the Mob stopper. If you can't get the block, sometime intimidation will do.
And right now, Robbins, good speed, comes in, and right there, gets clipped. The rule, very simple. You cannot hit an offensive player once they have left the ground on the way into the trampoline. Carlson gets called for that one.
Robbins looking to step up while Jackson's out.
Well, the Mob up 2 for now. Carlson, a key reserve for the Diablos, needs to step up. Here comes the faceoff. Katak! Delivers on that.
Oh, Robbins plowing through Carlson.
And Robbins is down. Took a hard hit coming into that.
No, Robbins is pissed. Looked like he got ripped in the face. Carlson's not going to make many friends like that.
Well, think about it. I mean, these guys train for months on how to protect themselves in the air, but every time they take flight, they take risks.
Pat, SlamBall is a team sport. The Mob extending their lead without their star player.
The Mob up by 5. Lots of scramble on the island. Gets it out to Garrett for 3. No good. And a big pass up to Jackson for the Diablos. Jackson comes in, slams, converts, and cuts the lead again to 2.
That's bad defensive timing by Tolliver. He got in position too early, and Jackson caught him on the way down.
Robbins drives it in and connects.
God, he goes to the rack hard.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, Chris Robbins is answering the call with inches out of the game. Diablos down 5.
Oh, that's nice.
Right, called for the offensive foul right there.
That's a great job. Robbins reading the path of the basket, steps to the hole position, and takes the charge.
Coach Ellis wants a timeout. We will be right back with more SlamBall. We are back, everyone, for more USU SlamBall. The Mob lead by 5 with 4 minutes left in this season opener. Sean Jackson fouling out early, but we could be seeing some new heroes emerging from the Mob. Robbins has really been stepping up in the last few minutes. Tolliver, and a whistle blown right there on the island, the 3-second call.
That area right there is for rebounding and passing. You can hold your position, but not more than 3 seconds. Tolliver with the mental mistake. Those kind of things can cost you games.
And the Diablos with possession right now, desperately needing to get something going. Gordon over to Jackson. He lets it fly. No, does not go in, but Patterson does the cleanup act for 3. And Coach Kirsch has seen enough, calls for a 20-second timeout.
Pat, that's a good job by Kirsch, recognizing the Mob's lack of focus. They need to settle down.
Here, I'll tell you what, get some water real quick.
Come in here, down by 2, dogfight. I love this. I love this. Play great defense here.
So right now, the Mob nursing a 2-point lead with just only 3 minutes left to play in this game. The ball bounced into Patrick Paul. Paul up top with the ball. And Patterson, nice steal by Patterson. Drives in, but blocked by Paul.
Oh, that's a smart play by Paul. He bypassed the perimeter tramps and sprinted right to the basket to make the block. I haven't seen that before.
Garrett drives and converts. 3-point jam. Mob extends the lead to 5 now. David Jackson unloads a shotgun blast right through Chris Robbins on that.
Oh, I love Jackson's game. He's got a twin brother that says he's even better than he is. Can you believe that?
Paul on the island, out to Garrett. Huge miss. Oh, Tolliver takes the quick jumper from the right tramp and denied by Ross, snatched out of the air. Outlet to Jackson. David Jackson explodes for the one-handed windmill, and the Diablos have finally regained the lead. And Gordon right there clips Robbins going into the top tramp, which will bring up yet another face-off. A costly foul with the Diablos clinging to that 1-point lead.
Now, you want to talk about a make-or-break score for the Mob? This is it.
Last time Gordon stopped him.
Oh, not this time. Robbins puts his sack on Gordon's cheek. That was nasty.
Ouch. Robbins is pumped. He took the elevator up and dropped Gordon off early. Right now the Mob with possession after the faceoff. Robbins with the spin move, drop pass to Garrett, and that's a 6-point possession right there.
The Mob go from 1 point down to 5 up, just like that.
Gordon driving, converts with the big jam. The Diablos needed a score, and Gordon delivered. Ross with the steal. The Diablos down by 2 right now, desperately need to convert. Patterson to the hole, drops it off, and Gordon back to Patterson. Right side, change of direction, and the Diablos get 2, and the score is now tied with just over a minute to play. Oh.
You mean was tied? Garrett's not having it.
And the Mob back up by 3.
Hey, it's all about the long Red Sox. You can't stop them.
Hitting panic mode right now. Coach Ellis calling the play from the sidelines. Patterson, huge hit by Robbins, and another. Patterson still going to the hoop. Loses the handle.
Oh, what an outlet pass.
Garrett, past Gordon, gets the tiny bull flush. The Mob by 6 with 38 seconds to go.
Tolliver grabs the misfire and gets it out to Garrett for the big finish.
The Diablos need to work quickly right now. Not out of it yet. Nice ball movement so far. Ross into Gordon with a nice interior pass.
Gordon brings the Diablos back within 3. 18 seconds to go.
And the Mob not going to sit on it. Tolliver drives the lane, throws it in the floater off the backboard for 2, and the Mob take a 5-point lead. Garrett steals the ball, comes in, misses at the rim. The Diablos up the floor with seconds left will not get it done. Jackson with the 3 at the buzzer, and that will do it. The final score, the Mob 58, Diablos 56.
What a gutsy win by the Mob without Inches Jackson for most of the second half. Let's go to Maestro on the floor with the winners.
Coach, that was incredible. Your leading scorer went out with fouls. What kind of heart does that say this team has?
I'll tell you, Maestro, this team has had heart all preseason. I can't say enough about this guy right here.
And speaking of this guy, my man Chris Robbins came through in the clutch, hit the last face-off dunk to put the nail in the coffin. What was it like today?
I'll tell you what, Inches is an inspiration to this whole team. We feed off his energy, and when he went out, somebody has to step up, man. Might as well be me.
Chris Robbins is the Reebok MVP of the game with 18 points, including the big, massive air squawk to really turn the tide.
And I got to give the least valuable player to Mason Gordon. I mean, come on, he had decent numbers, but the bottom line is the guy created the game, and then he goes out and loses the first one.
And the play of the game, hands down, has to be the opposite direction McNasty. The first time this move has ever been attempted in competition.